Hello friends, welcome to TD Homestead. Today is Sunday, April 20th, 2025. It's Easter Sunday. So happy Easter everyone. Here we just take a quick walk around and look at everything. This is one of our pineapple guavas that's in ground. This is the one that was actually looking pretty rough, hardly had no leaves on it. And as you can see, it's leafed out pretty good now. And we actually got a couple of trees planted in the ground, so that's one of the main reasons I wanted to make this video, is so we could get a record of the trees that I got planted. Hopefully that vehicle riding by wasn't overly loud. This is our US 942 Citrandarin, and it did bloom for us, but I don't think it's going to give us any fruit. Most of the blooms have pretty much spent now, and I don't really see any signs that they've pollinated, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Doesn't look like we're going to get a lot of apples this year, maybe. This is our pink lady, and at the moment it looks like we're going to get a ton of them. And we haven't had any of these yet, so that's pretty good. And the Honeycrisp looks like it's got one apple on it. And the other two look like they've got apples on them, Fuji and Gala. But one thing I wanted to show y'all is over here, pomegranates. They're about to go into full bloom. Some of the blooms are already open. And the smaller tree was actually planted a good 2 weeks before the bigger one, maybe even a little bit longer than that. But I got these back in April of 2022. That's when they were put in ground. The smaller one, it got hit by a frost that year, and I thought it might have killed it, so I ordered a second one. But they're both alive, and we got fruit off of them last year. Looks like we'll get some fruit this year. So those are Crimson Sky Pomegranate. That's the trademark name. I think the actual name is something like Nikitsky Rion or something like that. It's basically a Russian pomegranate. And they ain't supposed to get much bigger than this bigger one is already now. But there's a closer look at one of the blossoms. It's already open. There's another one open. And so, like I said, it looks like we're about to get us a bumper crop. This one here, it's got lots of them that haven't opened yet. This is what they look like right before they start opening. Even a younger one right there. Anyway, so that's looking pretty good. Right there's our Olympian fig. It's been in ground since last year. It's got a few figs on it. Made it through the winter just fine. The Violetta de Bordeaux fig, it did not. I still think it's going to come back from the ground, but we're going to give it a little bit more time to see. Here's a couple of blueberry bushes that aren't doing that great. This one ain't doing too bad. I think this one's the sharp blue, and this one's the sunshine blue blueberry. And I mean, it's alive, but it ain't doing great. But so here is our Chicago Hardy fig, and we've had it for a while. It's been in a container, and I finally got it planted in the ground today. So just wanted to get a record of that. And then we got over here. So we planted that not that long ago, a few weeks back. And that is a Red Haven peach. And we got this one over here is a contender peach. We just got planted. I need to add a little bit more soil around it. It was struggling. It was in a pot way too long. That wasn't big enough. And then here is our dwarf everbearing mulberry. And now dwarf don't mean it stays tiny. It means it's going to be like maybe 15 feet tall instead of 30 feet tall. That's the difference. We'll just see how it does there. That one was also in a pot way too long. It had roots coming out of the bottom of the pot. So There's another one in ground for us. And since we're over here, let's look at our chainsaw and 10-degree tangerine. I've taken the cage away from them. So you can see they're looking great. This one's the 10-degree tangerine that came from Mackenzie Farms. And it's looking great. Great color. It's fleshed out nicely. Didn't take any damage in the wintertime. And then here is the chainsaw. And this is a chainsaw that came from, I'm pretty sure I said that right. That one over there, the 10-degree tangerine, came from Mackenzie Farms. And this chainsaw came from Madison Citrus Nursery. I got another chainsaw that came from Mackenzie Farms still in a container. And since this one did so well over the winter, I am going to probably go ahead and plant the other one in the ground somewhere. Just got to figure out the exact spot for it. But you see, I got a few blossoms on this one. We'll just see if we actually end up with any chainsaw mandarins. But that too made it through the winter with no damage. So before this video gets too long, I'm going to show you one other thing. We're going to walk over here to the greenhouse. I think I'm just going to go ahead and pause the video when I get back over there. We'll start it up, but I want to show you a plant I got in the mail. All right, so here in this box is a hardy hibiscus that I've been looking to find one. I was hoping to find one at one of the local nurseries, but I haven't been able to find it. I only have the tropical ones. And what you need is the ones that are called rose mallow. And those are the hardy ones that can survive in ground here where I'm at in zone 8A in North Carolina. So I went ahead and just ordered one from Spring Hill Nursery, and I don't know that I got exactly what I was expecting to get. So this is the box. It was all crushed when it got here, even though it's got labels on it telling them to handle with care, of course. But that wasn't a problem. So I kind of thought we were going to get a potted plant. It probably said somewhere that's not what we were going to get. So what we ended up getting was a bare root plant, which is fine. Just it's a bit surprised that that's what I was getting. And so I guess the price don't matter too much because I couldn't get it anywhere else. So, but I think with shipping and everything, that little plant cost me $39. But that's a midnight marvel hibiscus, and it should grow no problem here in my zone. But what I'm going to do is plant it in a pot first and go ahead and let it come out of dormancy and leaf out before I plant it in ground. Try to give it its best chance. So let's just pull it out of there and see what it looks like. So we got it packed in damp straw, and this came in the mail yesterday. So let's pull away some of that straw, and when you shake that away, I mean, it is a nice, I mean, they're trimmed up, pruned roots, but looks pretty good. So like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get that planted in some soil and in a pot. And I'm gonna go ahead and pause it. Once I get that done, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so there it is, watered in a pot, our midnight hardy hibiscus. We'll just have to see how good it does. I mean, at the moment, it doesn't even look alive, but we're just gonna give the benefit of the doubt that it's just in dormancy and it's gonna wake up and become a beautiful plant for us. But before we end the video, I figured we'd show y'all one more thing. Well, a couple more things. We need to do something on our cold hardy citrus. That might be our next video. But the first thing I was going to show you is right here are the pineapple guavas that from our last video. So that's the original pot with the bigger plant. That's the plant that didn't have hardly any root that we separated from it. And as you can see, it's not missed a beat. And it's been, I think, 6 days since we separated the two. So they're still doing very well. And then one other thing, I'll show you the progress on our pineapple that we've been growing since February of 2022. And it's currently in a number 5 nursery pot with a big lean in it. And I think we need to up pot it and straighten it up before the pineapple gets too big on it. But I'm gonna bring you in a little closer and you'll see we're actually trying to make a pineapple finally. And that's the flower that's eventually gonna turn into our pineapple. So pretty excited about that. Like I said, we've been waiting since February of 2022 to get our pineapple. And we got a bunch of other pineapple plants down here that we've not taken very good care of. But we may have to start doing better. We need to up pot that one for sure, and we might get us a pineapple on that one maybe next year, hopefully. But anyway, with that, we're going to go ahead and end our video. Until next time, be kind and enjoy your day.